What's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of It's a Man's World Podcast. This is D. Hayes.
Crystal was here.
Same OG. And the King of Hearts.
We have a very, very special guest with us today, the very lovely Miss Gisela
Hey.
McKill,
Oh my gosh, I made it.
a.k.a.
Yeah.
Jazzy.
If I haven't made it before this, I've made it now. 'Cause I'm on the show.
Oh, it's
Yes.
a special day,
My
too.
goodness.
Welcome, Jazz. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Yeah, we're so
Beautiful,
glad to have
sounding
you.
beautiful as always. Okay.
We have been talking about you coming on the show
My
for a long
voice
time,
is
too.
so admired.
Girl, it is. You already
I
know it, baby. Come
appreciate
through with the
all
sultry,
the
okay?
amazing things y'all said for me being the dime of the week.
Yes, honey.
Oh, you're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome.
All understated, okay? We couldn't possibly say enough.
Right.
And you know what, Jazz? We just gonna move along through the show just like we would normally. So you just get out there, say whatever. You get out there just like we doing. All right? Okay.
You better.
But we are gonna open today and shoot the shit, and we are gonna give you a chance for those people that do not know. Of course, you know Jazzy has sponsored some episodes of It's a Man's World back in seasons 1 and 2, and so. But for those of y'all that may not be familiar, Jazzy, tell the people who you are, what you do, kind of like a little bit about your journey.
Okay. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Thank you for tuning in. But no, my name is Gisela McKill. I usually go by Jazz. I'm a creative branding and lifestyle photographer. I've been full-time with my business, Gisela McKill Photography, for about 2 years. It'll be 2 years on June 5th. So, man.
And I remember you starting this
Jesus,
too. You know?
it's been a journey. But I'm super excited. I also have a blog called Gisela's Closet where I carry on the legacy of my grandmother, Dr.
Beautiful,
Gisela
beautiful.
D. McGrew, through fashion, focus on entrepreneurship, faith, and family. And I also have an education platform called Class with Jazz, where I teach people how to take better pictures no matter what camera they have.
Nice.
Dope.
Look.
I need that class.
And you're
Yeah.
slowing down, okay? Look,
Yes.
you trying to keep it tight, but y'all over here,
like-
this is like a Wonder Woman right here.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. And you think about like how people can just stop working or stop with the mainstream, you know, and every day get up and go. Like, you are an inspiration. You have, I mean, and you say that it's been rough and tumble, but ain't nobody seen that, okay? Because you appear to be pulling it off pretty flawlessly. Like, it is amazing.
The tears.
Yeah.
But
Oh
hey,
yeah, Jazzy getting here and crying these niggas in a minute.
you had them out.
If I stop it, folks should be on the ground.
Right. It gets hard.
Can't
It gets
take it.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, Hart, you had mentioned something earlier too. This is kind of like speaking to something. Just to tell the people we were talking about earlier when we were planning.
Well, I was, I guess, scrolling through, I think it was social media or whatnot, and I saw a quote from Nipsey Hussle, and it said, if you look at the people in your circle and they don't inspire you, then you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
Woo, Nipsey.
Say it again.
Yeah, so he said, Say it again. if you look at the people in your circle and they don't inspire you, then you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
Yeah.
So
That's so real, though.
You really like gaining all the success. I'm sure that people around you. Do you feel like something that you deal with, or have you ain't gonna say no names, but have you found some of your relationships that you've either had to maybe cut a little bit short, maybe cut
Yeah.
all the way off,
Most
maybe
definitely.
just distance yourself from based on you be able to get your goal done?
Yeah, because the main thing is you can't take some people where you're going, and that's just really the bottom line. Even they'll cut themselves off, or you know, you do things where you recognize you got to cut them off. I mean, you put them in a certain category, and that's fine. But it's just like you a category that I can't take you where I'm going because like me, my business, and the people I'm trying to reach that's what's priority. And if you can't handle that, you got to stay, which is fine. I mean, you cool, I love you. But no.
Yeah, it's kind of like
some people you gotta love from a distance.
You
Right.
do.
Yeah.
And you
Seriously.
got, I mean, how I see it is like you can't let people ride your coattail. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not inspiring you to get better, just like he said, like they shouldn't be around. Like
Yeah.
they can't just ride your coattail
Yeah.
and live off you or whatever. We all grown. You know what I'm saying? And last time I checked, no one has kids.
Right.
So why are we taking care of grown people?
Right.
You know what I'm
And,
saying?
yeah.
We shouldn't have to.
And that
Right.
cage thing, man, cage will keep
Yeah.
you where you are
I mean,
Yeah.
forever. That's that cage, and it's just like I can't. If you recognize, like I have to move forward, and the people around you not feeling it, I gotta leave you because I have to move forward. That's it.
And I
Like,
think it's so much
Facts.
can be based on fear too. Just it's like you sometimes can't believe in something if you've never seen it. But how can you ever see it if you don't work towards it?
Right.
It's
Right.
but people will be stuck in that mentality. They want you to be scared of everything because they're
Right.
scared of things. And it's like you
They
said,
put their
and
fears
I-
on you.
And I think that
Yeah.
it doesn't even have
Yeah.
to be a big thing, like you said. It can just be people standing still and you being the only one that has the ambition to take one step out of the box or one step forward.
Right.
But
Heck
and I
yeah.
don't think it has to be no big giant fallout either. On the
Yeah,
other
it
hand,
don't.
Yeah,
It
it
ain't
just
hard.
need to be.
It kind of happens naturally.
Yeah, I
Like,
think the best way is for it to
when
happen
you-
naturally.
When you really focus on your goals and like trying to get stuff accomplished, people that ain't doing that, they will remove themselves
Right.
for the most part.
And when we say cut off, it's not like you cutting them off like I can't fuck with you, like we can't talk on the phone or nothing like
No,
that.
but
It's just
sometimes
that-
it's like that. Just
Yeah,
gonna put it
sometimes.
out.
Right, no,
Sometimes,
yeah,
but
but
I'm
still
saying,
real.
in other situations, I'm just saying it's kind of like when we kick it, we kick it. But when I'm doing this, I'm doing
I'm
this
not
alone.
going
I
out of
don't
my
need
way
to.
to keep
Yeah, I'm
it
not
with
going
you.
out my way to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, keep this relationship going. Like if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And you know, ain't no hard feelings behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Heck
see
yeah.
each other. Hey, how you doing? And you know,
And I think
Sure.
people underestimate having those good energy people too. Like obviously our group, our core group, all of us are when one way or the we went to school together. We all know more than two people separated from anybody probably that we know in our inner circle, which is good because we was some balls, we was some winners around here. But it's like it doesn't even always have to be like a big financial push. It's like those positive talkers, those positive. People that have a positive self-image of themselves, and then even those negative talkers, it's just always everything is always wrong. It's like you ain't got to be given $1, nigga. You got to just talk some shit out of here, okay?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is like all this like conversation is actually like really interesting to hear somebody that's like going through that journey, like discuss, But yeah, we are really glad to have you here, and you are an inspiration. You know what I mean? Which is why it's so dope to have you
to
here.
us.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to be as consistent as y'all.
Girl.
Every week, y'all on it.
No,
No,
no.
Jesse, you be on it.
Yeah, what you're
You
doing
be
is
on it.
harder. It's,
Yeah.
what you're doing is hard,
we got 4 heads to your one.
Seriously. And then just even the management of the different ideas. I don't know how you doing it. Look, I don't know how you doing it. But it
gotta be done. It gotta be done.
Yeah, but you
And-
doing
yeah,
it, okay?
Yeah, so thank y'all.
Well, it looks good on you,
Appreciate it.
Jazz. All right.
does.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, so we're going to move over and shoot the shit with our listeners. For all the listeners out there, if you would like to email the show, please email IAMWpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to get to your letter. Our first letter today comes from Tessa, and the subject line just says tequila. She said, it's a man's world. What do you do when a drunk friend gives you a hard time? I have my best friend read me the filth while drunk. She brought up everything. I mean, this hoe dragged me to the grave. When I asked her
Somebody
sober,
screwed it out.
when I asked her sober, she changed the subject and says, "Bitch, I was drunk." How serious,
They try it. They try it
how
every
serious do y'all
time.
take drunk talk, Tessa?
Do you drink, Jess?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, that's when the truth be coming out. So everything she read to you, she feeling her absolute heart and soul.
Serum, baby. Okay. That's true.
She been wanting to say that shit for years.
Yeah, you
that
swig
shit
of that liquid
definitely
courage,
been
right?
In the holster.
That shit has definitely been pent
If
up.
she didn't hold back, that's the truth.
You know, you gotta stop hanging out with
She
friends
said,
when their
"Hold
gun is fully cocked like that too.
Yeah,
Like, your gun is
because
fully
you knew you was getting on her damn nerves earlier today.
loaded. Now y'all nigga need some healing circles because she got all these feelings. Okay, so
It's good that you didn't do nothing to her while she was reading you that film.
how serious do y'all take drunk talk though? Like, is it like, would you be upset if you were the listener that's writing this letter in, or no?
It
Would
depends
you be
on-
apologetic if you were a friend and you did that?
No, I wouldn't be
I don't think
apologetic.
you should ask for an apology.
No, I wouldn't be apologetic.
Because she did.
But y'all
And
definitely-
what, you wanted to lie?
But at the end of the day, you know, like if it's your friend, bro, if they reading you, it's some truth in it, bro. They ain't
Yeah.
just
And you ain't
bullshitting
she
you.
ain't bringing
That's
no
why
new
she over here
shit
tight,
you don't
'cause
already
it's
know.
truth in it, yeah.
True. Yeah, so go on, live up, go on, accept
Right.
the truth that your friend gave you under unfortunate circumstances, but you
Well,
still
right.
got it.
Due
Right.
to the fact that I don't really drink, if y'all get me drunk and I say some shit, it's gonna be the truth, and I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it
apologize.
is. And it's just like drunk talk time is the best time to bring it up. What you want to
Now,
bring up
let
in
me
the
tell you-
bathroom in the morning?
but
Like,
wait,
bitch,
nigga.
you leave piss on the seat, hoe.
But
Okay?
listen, but
You're
as-
trying-
That's awkward. Y'all brushing
Okay.
y'all teeth. Y'all mouthwash. So
If-
she got to do it when she drunk.
as
been wanting
grouchy
to
as
tell
you
you
are,
for
hard, if you're
years.
not telling the truth now, then nigga, you ought to be ashamed of
Right.
yourself.
Her
Right.
friend
We don't
probably
need
was
drunk
like,
hard.
her friend was probably like, let's go get some drinks, girl.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can say
got
the
She
Get
knew,
it off
she knew
my
what she
chest.
needed. Yeah.
so I can say what I need to
She's like, I got some
say.
shit I got to get off my
I need
chest.
to leave this off my chest.
Right, let's go to reverse happy hour. Cause fuck this.
She's had it.
I got some.
Okay,
I'm thinking
so
about
from,
something.
From here, where do you
I got
go?
some shit
I
on my
mean,
mind.
you know the bitch hates you.
Oh, no.
You know they can't stand you.
It
She's acting
depends.
nasty.
It depends on what. It depends on what
Your
she
choice
said.
of men is
because
horrible.
If she said some stuff that just like basically just telling you how she felt about it, you gotta respect it. That's just how she felt.
Is it true?
You know what I'm saying? Like it. You know,
mean,
some
what
of it's gotta be true.
Like,
Like
write
everything
this
is
letter, some of it has to be true.
Yeah,
but it
some of it
wasn't-
has
I think it is true, but you just gotta roll with the punches,
Yeah.
bro. Like you just gotta accept.
You
that
can't get
then
mad.
Look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? Maybe I need to do a little bit better.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all.
Now she
just
snatched the
Now
mic
some
and got
of
on stage. I got some things to say tonight. Okay?
Right.
Then you might need to readjust
If
the
she told the whole
relationship.
world, then you got a problem.
You know, y'all may have to catch
You know
a
what I'm
round real
saying?
quick and then y'all can move on after that.
Girl, that tequila.
Like, you just didn't have to do it like that.
Right,
You didn't have to
say it
be
like
on the
that.
stage and say all my.
Just catch a round and keep it pushing. You know, y'all
Petty, bitch.
I
You petty.
You're petty. You could have just told me when we were sitting down
she
in the
wasn't that
bar.
drunk if she kept it between y'all two.
Right. You
You
like
know
a
what I'm saying?
scene,
Catch a
hoe.
G, yeah.
She wanted
And
to
for
see.
that reason, I can't fuck with you no more.
And done.
You still driving me home, right?
Bitch, be sleep on that bench.
Because I'm too drunk to walk. So.
I'm too drunk to walk.
No, I'm nasty, remember?
Petty for life. At that point.
I mean, yeah,
No,
I say
I'm
men
nasty,
of friendship.
remember?
Right. Petty for life,
Right.
but men of friendship.
Right.
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 Take that L,
Bring it
petty
up
for life.
multiple times a day.
Oh, so now you want to get in my nasty ass car?
Right.
huh?
Right.
Some of this nasty ass Kool-Aid, thirsty ass.
You want some?
You want some?
Bet you
I
won't
think
be getting none of
somebody-
my Kool-Aid pickles no more.
No, girl, you got to give it a pass. You got to give it a drunk pass. We got to give it
Yeah.
a pass.
But still, if she said some truth that got you writing on the show, you may
Right.
need to accept that.
That also don't
Accept
mean
that
that also don't mean that shit wouldn't, make one of us upset too, especially, don't nobody want to just sit there and get ethered.
Right.
But,
But girl, get you a couple shots of ginger ale, girl. Cut loose on that heifer.
Right.
Be like, oops, where I'm at? The ripple kicking in.
But that's Canada Dry. Like,
No, bitch, you don't know what I got in here.
Right.
It's grandmama's
it's
blend.
my cup. All right.
It's my cup.
Let us know how you definitely should have a discussion on it. You can talk about it, but yeah, you might just have to accept some of the stuff she said. It just might be true.
Y'all
So.
all right. It's a few days.
Now this
later.
next letter, y'all, it's kind of outlandish. I don't even know. This next, okay, it's from anonymous and it's just entitled "Stepmother." Have y'all any of y'all read this?
I started
did.
reading it, but I didn't finish.
I did read
I
it.
didn't
Okay,
read
this
it,
is
yeah.
out. Okay. All right, what's good, fam? I don't really have a long question, but basically, I walked in on my stepmama playing with herself. Now, this is not my business. Now, this is like
Jolene.
this is not my business. This is not my business like
Take your little
this.
ass back to the.
But it wasn't.
Wherever you came from, close.
Let me finish the letter, y'all.
Sorry to get past that.
I walked in on my stepmama playing with herself. Now, this is not my business like this, but it wasn't just like a little mild masturbation. She was really putting in that work. It's just been awkward with us lately. Would y'all address the elephant in the room or just let it ride, anonymous?
What is mild masturbation? I mean, if she walking
got
on
the
you,
levels?
right? If she don't walking on you, are we really in any position to adjust say what your levels of masturbation are? When she hunched over, what are we talking?
Right,
She
her
had the
leg
big-
up on the shower. What is happening? What is happening?
Did she have a big boy out? I mean,
No.
what did you hear?
Yeah.
Come on,
what is she talking
somebody.
about? We ain't talking about no
Shit.
mild masturbation.
She
You
doing
know
some
what?
one-on-one like role
Would that
play.
have been more okay?
My mind did not go as far as bringing the big boy out when I read
Well,
this.
I mean, he said
but
it
it
wasn't
probably
mild.
Mine
It
didn't.
wasn't mild.
It was
Well,
like
listen,
a whole,
at least
like
it's
a
not
whole
your mama.
setup. You know, like,
At least it's not your mama.
True.
I mean, it's still just as awkward.
No, it definitely is awkward. So should he address this with his stepmom? Like, hey,
No.
last week when I walked
Hell
in,
no.
when I walked in last
Hell
week and you was
no.
flicking that bean, I just wanted to
Flicking
know.
that
Like,
bean.
Hell no.
Okay, but
mean
she
green.
saw him, right? She
Hell
saw
no.
him.
But she
She
had to
saw
be
him
into
see
it.
her
Yeah.
doing her thing.
She had to be really into
Yeah.
it for her
Yeah.
to not be coherent
Now, what really got to fuck?
of the entire group.
Hey, if she wasn't coherent, that means she was at a high level.
What might have
Yeah,
really
it
fucked
wasn't
him
no
up?
mild
It was intense.
masturbation.
It was intense.
What really
Listen,
probably
that was
fucked him up is
intense.
that when she saw him, she didn't stop. She was like, I'm finna
Like,
get mine, nigga.
I'm
Like,
like,
oh,
Listen, I'm almost there. I can't
close
stop.
it down, nigga. Don't do too fast.
Close the door, nigga. Close the door.
What kind of dirt? Daddy, you mixed it up.
What is happening?
Like, maybe she's stirring the pot a little bit. Like,
She was going in.
She was DJing this.
Yeah,
Whipping that right.
She had 2 fingers.
She had the.
I'm just trying to figure out how this is
I
in your
mean,
damn business.
Well, he said
okay?
it's because it's awkward between them.
It's
now.
an
gotta-
awkward for who? Nigga, it ain't
them.
awkward for her.
Bro,
it's
it's,
right.
she's
She's fine.
It's more awkward for her than it is
That's
for
because
him.
she just
No,
got a
it ain't.
nut. But that don't mean that.
It's more awkward
When
for
she
her.
come to.
No, it's more awkward for him because she didn't know she wasn't coherent.
No, she knows.
Okay.
He
knows.
She wasn't
She was
coherent.
coherent.
No,
Yes,
she
she
wasn't.
was.
He said she was at a high level.
He didn't
It
say
was
nothing
not
about
mild.
nobody
It wasn't
mentioned
mild.
that.
She
It
wasn't
was
here.
mild.
Here's low. She wasn't here.
listen,
Girl,
she's over
she
here.
was. Girl, she was over. She was in the red. Okay?
He didn't say what level she was at. He just said she was really putting
At the
in
end of
that
the day, you need to go
That
holler at
means
your
she was
daddy about
intense.
this intense,
Right.
extreme masturbation.
That's what we need to talk to. Now, why she got
This is what she do in
Why she
between.
gotta
This is
put
what she
so
do in
much
between
out?
his Viagra prescription. She
trying
going
to
in here
put it
now. Yeah.
Have you been working late nights? Your wife needs you.
She in there up to the elbow. She inside out right now. Because your Viagra didn't come when it was supposed to. You didn't get your Blue Chew in the mail.
You need to be asking why she's so frustrated. She's probably frustrated. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
So go on. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out at what point is this any of your damn business.
It's
You know
not.
about your
It's
business.
not. He knows it's not his business, but it's
So
still
no, you don't need
just
to bring it
like-
up. Bring
What
up
do you
what?
mean a
No,
dress?
I wouldn't
I
bring it
wouldn't
up for
address
nothing.
that. Hell no, I wouldn't address that.
You
Would
need
you
to
tell? Would you
live
tell
with
your
that
girl
truth.
though?
I wouldn't
Live
tell.
that truth.
I wouldn't tell nobody.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody.
I wouldn't tell nobody.
If anybody, I would probably tell one friend, but that's probably it.
He did.
I
He
would
just
tell a
did.
friend. I would
He
tell.
told the
I would tell
family.
a friend that didn't know her though.
Yeah.
If it slipped up, it'll be a friend that didn't know.
Okay, what
that
is?
is extreme.
gonna be like,
Wait.
Stepmom, we need
What
to
is
get some
extreme
drinks.
though? What is extreme? I'm gonna ask Glenn 'cause I know he gonna give me the answer I want.
What?
It's a setup every time. Okay.
Not scheming.
What is more extreme? That he walked in and the shock of him just seeing somebody that's maybe older than him doing that, or the fact that she's masturbating.
That's a good question.
I think it's.
Wait,
I think
how
it's the
old
fact
is he?
that. I
The
think it's the
question
fact that it's
is what's the
his
extreme
stepmom.
part that he walked in on that it's his stepmom,
I
or the
think that's
fact
the
that she's
extreme
masturbating?
part.
I think it's his
I
stepmom.
think, but I think
That he
there's
saw
levels
it.
to it.
Is it
I think
okay
it's
for her to be
levels it.
masturbating?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
what
that she does it. You know what I'm saying?
That's like I asked Glenn. You
you
ain't gonna be
know,
like, hell no.
no,
Okay.
she doesn't. But I mean, I think it's the fact that one, it's his stepmom. Number two, it was an intense. She was in an
She-
intense
Okay,
session.
but that's what I'm saying.
You know
Is
what
it
I'm saying?
okay for her to be doing it? So she's got to be doing it mild. Is
Why
what
she
you're
can't
saying?
do
No,
it?
no,
How
no.
long
It's
is she here with it?
It's okay for her to do it intense.
Why
It's
she
just the
can't
fact that
just-
he walked in on the intense.
And why she can't
know
just do
what
it?
I'm
But would it
also,
be
like-
better if he caught her on a mild day?
I think on a mild day, he probably would have been able to like kind of like suppress it.
What did he say?
You know what I'm saying?
To write in again and give us some
much to
details.
I'm getting nervous. What
You
is
know what I'm saying?
I think it's different whenever it's like old school back in the day when your mom just go to the restroom, put on the granny pants around her ankle, and just do a little something. But she was in there like doing some,
Is that what
she
they
was-
did?
She was in there doing some like Cirque du Soleil, like she was swinging from the ceiling fan on this nigga.
And that's
was
fine,
impressed.
stepmom.
Right.
If you listening, that's
It ain't
fine.
nobody-
Yeah,
it
no,
ain't
it's fine.
fine.
It's fine.
It ain't nobody fault but yours. You should have knocked on the damn
Sure,
door.
sure.
Now that's
She had
true.
the door open. You can
She
tell.
might have been right. But she,
Yeah, she was, it was
Yeah, she didn't
intense.
care.
That was
she
part
might
of
have
the
been,
thrill.
listen, if it depended if her dad was home or not, she might have just been in the living room on the couch. You know, he might just walked in the house and walked up on that like that.
It's not your
Or,
fault.
hey,
I don't think she would do the
maybe,
extreme
just
on the
maybe,
couch.
she could have been
Put a man
getting,
in the
she
guest
could have
room.
been jump starting that thing for pops.
She
That's
could've
probably
been
what she
jump
Probably
starting.
could have been jump starting that thing for pops.
Think about
That's
the shit
probably
that
what she
people
was
do in
doing.
their guest room that they don't want to do in their room because they got to sleep there, and then you go visit, and then you be laying in that bed
For
knocked
me,
out.
you let
That's
it
why some questions you just don't
I'm gonna
ask.
piss on these walls. Everything is on there.
I'm gonna fart in your mouth.
Part of your mouth.
Wow.
Too nasty. It's the guest room.
Yeah.
This is where anything goes.
Filthy. Yeah, mind your damn business. Go in there and get your ass a glass of Kool-Aid and cool down.
Yeah.
It's a grown woman.
Now,
This
But
is very
it does.
grown.
But the question of
hope
what
you learned something.
So he may need to ask pops. Cause I'm telling you,
no,
she
don't.
could have been
no.
jump starting that thing for
It's
pops.
not a problem for her to be masturbating.
No.
With these jumper cables.
Right. Is she in danger?
He walked right.
Was she in danger?
What he didn't know, his dad was in the garage pressing the gas, nigga,
Right.
and she was over there plugged up, nigga.
And just grab it, just,
Yeah.
just
Maybe that's why it was intense.
Yeah, I got a lot of feet action today. Anyway, it does depend on kind of what she was doing though. Like if Pops was in the garage,
Think
you know,
about
hitting
next
the gas,
Friday.
then Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Loretta Devine on the trap.
Right. They still wasn't clear about what's going on in that first scene.
With that selfie stick, and she was in that negligee.
Negligee.
She had on some negligee.
He gonna find
Well, I
his
know
way into
that-
some negligee
I know
every
this stepmama
time.
didn't have on no
Anytime he
negligee.
can.
What?
This stepmama didn't have no negligee.
Nah.
She didn't have on nothing.
She didn't have
Nah.
not
Wide
one
open
thing.
on the
Not
handstand.
one thing.
She was bucket naked.
Bucket.
Like
I mean, that is
style.
okay. Well, anyway, okay. Well, it's awkward, but you're gonna just kind of
Just live with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
move on, baby.
You
At
Y'all
got
some
get
point,
past
you'll be
it.
able to suppress it, I think.
yeah.
Stepmom's a big old freak.
Hey.
Big booty.
Big old treat.
All right, y'all.
Daddy
That's
finna
all.
get a big old treat.
That's all for our letters this week. If
She
you
had
would
the
like
feet
to,
on the bed.
if you would like to write into the
She
show,
warmed
please-
up.
if you would like to write into the show, please email IAMWpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to read your letter on the show. And we're gonna move over into our next segment, which is What's Poppin'.
What's popping?
Pop, 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 poppin', pop, 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 poppin', pop.
Well, it's really becoming the start of this.
Pop, what you got, Jazz?
Pop, pop, pop.
Some show.
Yeah.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Hey, that was a little remix. Yeah, that was a little remix. I like that. I like that.
When the layers work.
Did we get
Yeah, I
that
like
cam?
that.
Did we get that cam? We need that recorded right there.
Put it on the loop.
Man, that's a track.
All right, y'all. So we got a few things to talk about this week in What's Poppin'. It's pretty lighthearted for the most part. At least the things that we're going to talk about. But one thing that we look forward to is one of my favorite adult cartoons, The Boondocks, is being said to be making a return to TV for season 5.
Hey.
Which is really, really dope. John Witherspoon gave the fans the news that they've been waiting for, announcing the Boondocks will be making a comeback. Witherspoon stated on Joe Rogan's podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, that the Boondocks is currently in pre-production for a new season. However, there is no word on if producers Brian Ash, Carl Jones, and creator Aaron McGruder are involved in the new season. But anyway, there's going to be another season of the
There's so
Boondocks.
much more to talk about too. Like we
Yeah.
need these
We
these
need
little
it.
boys to sound
It's
off
kind
on
of
this shit.
Yeah.
cool because it's like they took a break, let some shit build up and all this
Right.
stuff. And
There's
then
a lot to
they're
talk
gonna-
about
yeah.
But they can
But I
come back
just
and be the
wonder,
same
like-
age.
Yeah.
Are they
Obama,
gonna-
was
are they
Obama
gonna
even in
really-
office yet when they
Yeah.
I think so.
But I just wonder how like real they gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
everything is so sensitive now.
But they
Like-
got the capability.
They never cared about
They
that.
never-
They
they
still
But you
dead
know, like
sick.
Uncle Ruckus can't really just like
No,
go all
bro,
the way
yeah,
out
he
there.
better.
He
You
been
know what I'm
going.
saying?
That's
He
that's
got
why
to,
they
He got
yeah.
to. He
Yeah,
been
I
like
hope so.
that.
I hope so, but I just hope they keep it like.
Yeah, me too. Me
Regina
too.
Keep
still
it the
coming
way
But
it
you think
should
about
be.
when George Bush, they ate that nigga up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he
they
wasn't
did.
even a slight. I mean, they
Yeah,
didn't hold back on nothing.
They
They
did
didn't
R.
hold
Kelly
back on
real
nothing. They
bad.
did
They did R. Kelly
bad.
real bad, yeah.
Them was the
Yeah.
best Boondocks days.
I
That R.
know.
Kelly shit and the pimp.
Yeah.
A
His
pimp
name
named
Slickback.
Hagen said, "Granddad, she's a hoe."
She's
She's like, my name is
Say
Cristal.
how.
Like the champagne?
Champagne.
Yeah.
Her little foot, her little toe
She was
taps.
running and she went. Yeah.
I'm a hoe.
No, the Boondocks was funny as hell, man.
No, they
Like,
better sound off about it, and I feel like that would be the only reason for it to come back. Like, what is the point of coming back watered
If you're not
down?
gonna be
Like,
real.
y'all
Yeah.
need to come with. That's
Yeah.
what we watching for. We need
And
to see
there
these
are a
little
lot of
niggas.
outlets. I mean, there are a lot of black outlets also, but there's a lot of outlets in entertainment that's run by predominantly white, like people that where they say what they want all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there should be the same freedom to express yourself from everybody.
And as simple as it seems, like the Boondocks really did get away with it because they were portraying kids. Like we let kids say what the fuck they want to say. Trust me,
Right.
okay?
Well,
Something wrong with these
kids
little
say
niggas.
what-
Right.
Okay.
Family Guy's still on air too. Like
Yeah,
Family Guy.
right.
I mean,
But
Family
it's
Guy, they be-
somebody coming out the mouths of babes. We're like, yeah, fuck these niggas.
These some real niggas.
Yeah.
they some
These
real
niggas
niggas.
is real niggas.
Regina, okay, that's a real nigga right there. Okay.
She coming back, right? Regina coming back.
They
She
didn't say
got
that.
to.
They
She
has
haven't
to.
said they
Regina
did
not
either,
coming
but
back, Cam.
If Pops and
She
Regina
has
don't
to.
come back, they can't do it.
If
then.
They
That's
can't
like-
do it without
If
Regina.
Regina,
Yeah.
period. If Regina don't come back, ain't
That's
no
the two main
Boondocks.
characters.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we look forward to seeing Boondocks. Hopefully, I hope they come out this year. But it
Ooh,
might
the
probably-
50 Cent shit was good too. Not 50 Cent, but he did not Gangsta.
Birdman
Gangsta.
Thug and
No,
Love.
Gangsta.
No.
Gangsta.
Gangstalicious.
Gangstalicious.
Yeah.
I don't know why I call him 50 Cent because I know that's what it was acting like. Okay.
I thought it was supposed to be
Thuglicious.
Birdman.
Thuglicious.
No, they had two of
Thuglicious.
them. It was
That may have been.
it was Gangstalicious was one. The other
Well,
one
he was a character, so he probably was based on something.
Thug
Little
and
Love.
Suge and that.
Dang,
Yeah.
it was another gangster character like a rapper.
Maybe that was Thug.
With the
Licious.
power.
Oh, the one that was gay.
Yeah, that was Gangstalicious.
That was
Oh.
Gangstalicious.
Gangstalicious was
Yeah,
gay.
they was trying to make fun of Wayne and Birdman with that.
Oh,
low-key.
yeah.
All right, y'all. Next week, let's talk about. Hart was telling us that he watched the new Netflix show that everybody's kind of been talking about, When They See Us, which I have not started yet, but I did see the trailer. Of course, that's the movie or the series on Netflix that is about the Central Park Five. Mm-hmm. For those of y'all that don't know, it's like a really it was a pretty high profile case in the late 80s, early 90s. Okay. Yeah, with these 5 young men that were wrongfully accused of raping a white woman running in Central Park. So, what did you think of it? How far in it are you, bro?
I finished.
Oh, you finished
I finished it in one night, and
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I didn't want to be around no white people. I'm not even gonna lie. It was bad. Like it was. The reason why it was bad. I took the races out, and it still made it bad because it was like y'all robbed them of their youth,
Right?
Like. It was crazy.
And it's because they just needed people. I haven't seen the
show yet. That's it. It was because
yesterday.
they just needed. It was because they just wanted to solve the case quickly.
Right.
Was that woman really assaulted?
She was assaulted.
I don't know.
She really was assaulted.
I know she wasn't by them. I know it wasn't them. I just wondered if she really was.
But it was what it was is that the place that it happened in Central Park, it happened to a white woman, and like you said, they needed people to feel safe about it quickly. So they blew it up. They found these people that they get accused of. They pretty much
went to go
spoon-fed them their confession.
Yeah.
Made them say it, and they were kids, and they spent a lot of time in jail. A lot of time in jail. And I've watched the series, but I've watched a couple of just like interviews with them and stuff like that, and it's crazy. There's no amount of money that can make it for
Do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see it?
I want to see it, but it's gonna have to. I'm gonna be honest. Like I try to take that stuff in little by little because it's too much for me. Like
it is.
that should be
It's
putting
a
me in
lot.
a bad mood.
They were like
you know
calling them like animals and stuff. To me that's what brought the like racism in it and stuff like that.
And it was the trial that
then the trial,
it
was just bad. But it was like to me it showed how the justice system is terrible.
Yeah.
I want to see it
like-
because Ava DuVernay had her hand in it.
It's like when I say it's good, and it's bad too. It's good and bad.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Did you watch 7 Seconds?
Ooh,
Seven
that was
Seconds?
so good. That was so good.
I did.
haven't
Okay,
seen
that's
that
the one
either.
that she had won the Golden Globe for. But I watched 7 Seconds, and that was a Netflix original too. I was just wondering if it was as well
That
done.
had
as
Regina
well
King
done.
in it, right?
That had Regina King in it. I was just wondering if it was as well done
That
as
was
that
so
one was,
good.
because that was good, and it had a lot of twists I didn't expect. So
Yeah. But this is I mean, like I said, it's true story, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's real good. I think you should watch it. I think once you start watching it, each episode is like an hour and 14 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that
stuff
it was.
like that.
Yeah,
You gonna watch all? I mean, I'm seriously watched it in one night. I started it probably like at like 8 and finished it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's dope. I'll probably try to get one of those in tonight. And I still need to watch All American, which I haven't seen, but y'all kept telling me about.
Yeah,
There's
so-
another
All
good one
American
out
is
too,
really good.
just along the same lines. That's kind of like put a spin on these same topics of just young black boys called See You Yesterday. Remember I was telling you guys
Oh
about
yeah,
this?
the one Spike Lee one.
Yeah, it's a
I
Spike Lee
saw
movie.
it,
He
yeah.
produced it, but it's a new director, Stephen Bristol. We actually
Yeah.
wrote him, and he wrote back on Instagram, just like telling
nice.
him, just complimenting him on the movie and stuff like that. So he's up and coming, which is like, it's great to see. We just talked about great to see somebody starting off that is, you know what I mean, is just interested and thirsty to see how people feel about it. But in the movie, it's about like a girl who sees her brother get killed by the cops, and she builds a time machine to keep trying to go back and relive the day so she can stop it from happening, basically. So it's really like along like the technology, the coding thing that the kids are. It has a young black woman as a
Is
star.
that coming out?
It's
or
on
already
Netflix.
out?
It's on
It's
Netflix
on
now.
Netflix?
Yeah,
It
it's on
came
Netflix
out like
now.
last week, maybe, or
Yeah, I
like a few
think
days
last
ago.
week.
I
Yeah.
seen
See You
like the
Yesterday, yeah.
previews and stuff of it, and I wanted to see it. I didn't know if it was coming out of like a movie thing.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
no,
like
I
that
seen the trailer, but I haven't
take
watched it
on
yet,
what's a a very just like raw issue right now. But
What's the
it's a
name
good
of
one.
See you tomorrow.
See you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, but I haven't seen it yet. That's another one I gotta watch. Netflix is really, you know what? I'm telling
Netflix
y'all.
own it.
And we
It
talked
is.
about this
They own
before,
it.
but I really think Netflix, what they doing is they basically like they know winter's coming because Disney about to release
Right.
this thing, but they
That's
beefing
straight up.
this service up, so can't nobody like take that.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody
But
finna
then
fuck with
on
this
top
spot.
on top
Yeah.
of that, they got it sold up for like we got
Original
original
shows,
movies
yeah.
that you
And-
could get to instantly. We got original
Right.
series that
Yeah.
you could get to. You ain't gotta wait
Right.
For all this,
a
right.
month.
So we'll see.
You
I
know,
just think
so
they just
I'm
making it as dope as possible, and I like the changes they making.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the interface on the app looks like a
Yeah.
lot better
And when you
now.
think
Okay,
about
we
it-
gotta talk about this dun-dun. Do y'all ever watch on there?
No.
It's always inconvenient.
What do you
so it'd be
mean?
like Netflix, and it'd be like dun-dun.
Oh yeah. No, it really
No,
is.
and then one time it was super petty one time because I pushed a mute because I knew it was coming. I unmuted and it was like dun dun. Got you, bitch.
Like you can.
Got to be.
You thought
Come on,
you was
Netflix.
gonna get rid of
With
me,
the
huh?
dun, right? With the dun-dun. Fix that Netflix. I know y'all listening Netflix.
My only
so.
beef, okay?
Please.
No, it is loud.
No, it is loud, and I don't like
is loud.
Hulu's that new one neither on Hulu because they crescendo too good. It's like, it'll scare you if you're not ready. Like if you didn't realize if your volume was up too loud, you know what I'm saying? It'll scare the shit out of you.
Like I promised it was on 18.
Right, that crescendo took me out, nigga. My ear be ringing and shit.
Right. Just trying to watch some TV.
Right. Now I want to go to bed.
Hey, like, damn, I don't want my blood pressure to rise.
Right.
I'm trying to watch a movie.
Now I gotta go eat a hard candy so I can unspike it.
I got startled.
All right.
Netflix, niggas, that's strike one.
So no, definitely.
We ain't got to take this shit. We're trying to stick with y'all.
Fix the dun-dun.
Yeah, Disney.
All them damn done.
It's racism, y'all. They trying to kill black folks.
They trying to tell you they done it all. That's what they
That's
trying
what
to tell you.
now, anybody thought I was serious, that was just in case, yeah, okay, because you know, people think, all right, anyway.
Disney ain't gonna come up with that punk ass castle with the swirls on it. Ain't gonna be no sound now. Does Disney have sound with that castle that comes up in the intro?
Na, 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 na.
Oh, my.
I had a long weekend.
They got attention now.
So what is Disney doing?
I absolutely set that up just like you did Hayes to hit a bad note, nigga. It worked. Sabotage at its
I think
best.
that's the first time I saw
I've been
you
waiting
heard
10 years for
this.
this.
I like how I
never heard
started
that nigga
explaining
do
nigga,
that.
but nah, like I really am. I'm real tired.
We'll
y'all.
give you
Like,
that. You've been on the road.
Right.
I've been in a couple different states this weekend, just out there.
right.
So that was a mild
Give you
flex.
that
I had to do
chance.
but anyway,
Come on, somebody.
hell,
A little bit softer.
a little bit softer now.
Should've listened.
You should have did it when you're supposed to do it.
Okay, y'all. So
Petty's
do y'all enjoy the BET Awards typically? I always look
Yeah.
forward to them, but okay.
Yeah,
I ain't watched them in a long time. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna be real. You keep me up about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
awards
about all the awards
because
Yeah.
I don't really be like. It's not
But
on
the
my mind like
Well,
that.
BET Awards is
Since
like
I
the
ain't got
barbecue.
cable.
It's like you feel like
Yeah.
you gonna feel at home. You know, like you know everything and connected with everything going on.
And so yeah, and then in the past, like some of the past few years, I feel like it's been like some touch and go. But back in the day, like when Will and Jada hosted it, when Monique hosted it, when Steve Harvey hosted it,
Yeah.
I think even when
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx hosted it, that was pretty good. But there have been like some really like iconic hosts on there, like they had some really big moments. And it's been like I didn't really necessarily like the year Kevin Hart hosted, but it wasn't his fault. I just didn't like the award show that year. But
Yeah,
this year they have Regina Hall
Yeah, that's
hosting the
funny.
show. So that's gonna be-
Rhonda.
yeah, that's gonna be really, really dope. I just think she's funny.
Yeah, she's
and
hilarious.
and yeah, she just. I think,
Square Business, what you be watching on? Cause I ain't got cable no more. I just Netflix, Hulu. That's it.
well,
So,
you can watch it on BT. Or you can also do it on. I think they stream it on BT.com.
You can piece the clips together on Instagram.
Yeah, right. It's
You'll
pretty
be
much
swiping
my
for 2
method.
days.
Go
but
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's there.
Nah, but I look forward to them. They always come up this time of year. They usually always in June. I haven't seen any promo, but like you, I don't really watch TV in live time very often unless it's the Thrones.
But D.I. is an artist too, so the only difference is they used to just be so much popular because we didn't have access to celebrities. That was the only time of year we really got to
Right.
see them during the war season. But hell, we can see what these niggas doing by the pool right now.
Right.
24/7.
Nah, but yeah, I think I'm the one in
Let
this
me
group
drive.
that definitely like cares about award shows the most. Like I look forward to them. All right, y'all. We got a couple more things we can talk about. Well, real quick, Cardi B dropped a single this past Friday called "Press." Hey, y'all heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I
like
it
How
too.
did
It
go?
very-
I don't
very
know
good
if I heard
production.
that.
Press.
Nah, I ain't
Is
heard
that what?
Cardi don't need
Need
no
no
press.
press.
Not
Is it-
really.
I mean,
got
he
some
ain't
real
doing no
good production.
justice. he ain't got the music to the background.
Yeah, that's what you need. I was
No.
telling y'all earlier, like QC, a lot of the artists are just like mediocre,
But
a little bit better, but they got really good
There we
production.
go.
Right.
Wait,
And they
listen,
get pushed
Jazz.
out there.
Okay.
It's that beat.
It is. It's gonna thump.
Yeah.
That beat go hard.
Big bitches be pressed. They know how I'm coming, real bitch in the flesh. Who the fuck she gon' check?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no. To
Yeah,
be
sound
honest, the
dope.
first time I heard it, I was just like, that's cool, But
It's
then
the beat.
I listened to it again. I was like, nah, that slapped. Like,
Yeah.
I
You
like
turn it up
it.
And
in
I
the
like
car?
I like
Yeah.
the Cardi
Sound
and Bruno stuff too, but I'm like a gangster rap fan anyway, so I like it when she get out. I mean,
Yeah.
hit me off with 5 F words off top. Okay, give us those bitches and hoes in there. In the first 30 seconds, baby, I'm turning you off. That's what I like.
Right.
If I want to hear this shit, I want to Yolanda Adams. You'd be like, I'm trying to hear something.
Such a huge difference.
It is. We here with it, but we got
How
our
did we get
days.
here? How did we get here?
All right, it's a good
Versatility.
song. Shout out to Cardi B. I think she's about to drop another album pretty soon, too. I think she had said.
Yeah, it's time. And it's
She
time.
got
End of the year.
momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but this song is live. I'm sure it's gonna do really well, especially on the urban hip hop charts too, for sure. Like I don't know how well do top 40 just because they sometimes shy away from trap, but we'll see. They did it with Bodak Yellow, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. They might do it again.
And
All
like
right.
you said, it's the momentum. So
Yeah.
it doesn't. People just like whatever she putting out.
Cardi
right now.
not. She really unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
She really going.
And she
Seriously.
capitalizing off all her opportunities.
She
going,
is.
yeah.
She's on
Yeah,
it.
you
And
gotta,
it's not.
you gotta
It's,
respect that.
and it's still not. It still has not caught up to the amount of time it took her to get there. She
been
scratched
on
and
the grind for a
climbed.
long
Yeah,
time.
she has. So I mean, just let her settle in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't been that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people can say what they want to about Cardi, but you have to like respect
Yes.
her grind. You got to respect her hustle and what she's doing.
No, for sure.
Right.
All right, y'all. Last but certainly not least, this is my baby. You know I love her. But we're going to real quick talk about Kelly Rowland, who just dropped the EP. I think the week before last. It's just a 3-song EP. It's like a Red Bull like music series project, but it's good though. You know what I mean?
Always. She's always gonna put out.
Yeah, she put. But they were doing some interviews with her, and this is kind of something that she had to say. During some of the candid conversation, Kelly opens up briefly about her second best position in Destiny's Child. She said the elephant in the room for me has always been being second best. And she's like, that's actually the first time that she ever said it out loud. But she was just talking about how people have a hard time believing that the 3 women in Destiny's Child really do love and support each other. And she said, I think that people wanted, the stories for years, and that's just so sad on them because it's not like that. It's crazy. And so I just think it's so sad that we live in a world where people don't want to see women get along and encourage and empower each other, and that's what we do for each other. Mm-hmm. But she did, address that, something that people have kind of always said about Kelly Rowland, which is, basically trying to act as if she's like a sidekick or whatever, which she's not.
She's not. They all just have different talents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just different.
To me, it's just publicity, or media, just basically making it seem like they always compare her to Beyonce.
Right.
And if I said this earlier to everybody, it's like, have you ever heard anybody say Kelly Rowland's better than this person? It's always Beyonce. They
Yeah, that's
never
true.
say nobody else. They always
And they
say,
wouldn't dare.
Oh, Kelly Rowland, Kelly Rowland ain't better than Beyonce. Or they'll be like, Kelly Rowland is good, but it's
So whatever
Beyonce
this
than Kelly
imaginary
Rowland.
second place position is, it's
Yeah.
still like the top of the top.
It is.
Whatever, which is still not true. Which is still not
'Cause
even.
if you start comparing her to other people,
Yeah,
she
no,
gonna-
nobody
she
would
better
do
than
that.
climbing
Nobody
up.
would do that. You're going to get shut down if you try to compare her to anybody.
Right.
And like you said, it's still, we were talking about this at the beginning of the show. It's some type of women, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It is some type of women that think that there has to be, since there's all that talent, there has to be some type of competition.
Right.
And that is just not always the case.
I mean,
and
you-
Hayes,
Just because
we
you in
had-
that cage with
yeah,
your
right,
ratchet
right.
friends.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
I was gonna
Don't
say-
toxic
can be a beast
cage.
in the circle.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say
Exactly.
when you have they like sisters pretty much.
They
you
really
know what I'm
are.
saying? And when you have people that you grow up with like that, and when you successful and they successful, it's no competition.
Yes,
it's
it's
not about
different
me
type
being
of-
better than you or you being better than me. It's
Right.
like you happy, you successful. I want you to be as big as you can be, and I want the same thing for myself, and vice versa.
And
And people got to stop giving Kelly Rowland a hard time too, because how many any of the people that saying that could have ever toured the world and made all the money standing
Ever.
next to
Right.
Beyonce?
And about
Is
Michelle,
Is she
too,
doing
they
that
know.
because she
That's
can
what I was about to
do
bring
that
up.
because she can do that because she's Kelly Rowland? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I was about
She
to bring that
dope.
up.
Yeah.
They talk down on Kelly and Michelle, but here's the thing. This
They
is how
really
I
be
see
getting
it.
Michelle.
This is how I see it.
Sweet
Just like in
Michelle.
sports, you have a team and everybody serves a purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Beyonce is whatever you want to call her, the LeBron or whatever on the other team and stuff like that, and give people positions or what they bring to the team. At the end of the day, Destiny Child wouldn't be Destiny Child without the other two.
No.
So
Right.
it really doesn't
Right.
matter. They play a part.
And even-
Michelle hit us when it was time for her to sing. She hit her parts. We liked it. We sang it just as well as we sang
Exactly.
Beyonce and Kelly Rowland's parts.
Right.
So
They
they all serve a purpose.
And this ain't a slight to nobody that's ever been in the Destiny's Child group. But how they had lineup changes and they had times where they had I guess 3 different people at some point were in the band and weren't in the band. I don't ever think Destiny's Child would have been what it wouldn't been if Kelly Rowland would have ever been one of the ones that was removed from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
even
know
the
what
ones
I'm saying?
removed,
Like,
There's
would
a
never-
reason
Even the
why
ones
she
removed,
wasn't.
Yeah,
though.
like she.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
even the
reason.
ones removed, they
It's
were
not.
still in the
People
group.
always say
They were
Destiny's
still
Child.
a Destiny's Child
They
group.
say it's not Destiny's Child without Beyonce, but it's definitely not Destiny's Child without Kelly Rowland.
no.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
And we talked
And
about,
it's Beyonce with Beyonce.
We had a
She
conversation
showed
about
us
that. We had a conversation about that the other day too, about how really to me Beyonce, Kelly, and Solange, they all sound the same because they were trained vocally the same. They just have a different, Beyonce without a doubt has a very unique voice. Kelly has the traditional classic version of that voice. They use the same tones, they have the same runs because they were trained together.
Yeah.
Solange has the exact same ones. There's times where you can't even tell Solange from Beyonce's voice.
No,
But
that's
her
true.
style is so different that you're like, okay, you know that
Yeah,
that's not
that's
her.
Solange.
Right.
And then and even Beyonce has that kind of more wild or free spirit
Yeah.
delivery of hers. But that talent is comes from the same roots.
Yeah.
From the
Right.
exact same roots. It's there.
People got a lot.
Kelly
to say
can
when
bounce
they
around the
get
the
yeah.
stage and not be out of breath too.
I mean, yeah.
No,
and they-
Kelly
Running
is just
miles.
like she is more talented than 90% of the other women out here. Like that's
Easy.
doing music.
Easy. No, Kelly Rowland
You
can
know what I'm
sing,
saying?
dance, gorgeous. Yeah, no, easy. All right, y'all. So that's all for what's popping this week, and we're gonna move over into our next segment where we always recognize a very lovely lady, and that is our Dime of the Week segment.
I'm looking for a dime. That's top of the line. You face no waist with a big behind. I need a dime. That's top
All right, remember we used to be in the dick for the chain.
We have to use some keys.
We use keys, right?
These keys when we forgot the chain.
Anything that can jingle.
All right, y'all. So this week, our Dime of the Week is the very talented Miss Breezy. All right. Now, a lot of people came to know Breezy as being rapper Frida Gatz on Empire, but she also works on her own music aside from the show, and she's also on All American. Now, I haven't seen All American yet, but what y'all think about her on that show?
I love All American. I love Coop.
Yeah,
Like,
I need to
that's
check
who she
both
played. She played Coop
Yeah, she
on
played
All
Coop on All
American,
American.
and she did a good job.
Is
She
her
did a
character a
real good
rapper on
job.
the show?
no.
Okay.
I mean, her character was involved in music, but that wasn't a push for her in the show. So
Right.
it's really pointless to even talk about that part. But she played like a good friend, like very
Yeah.
good friend.
She-
We could go back to
She
what I was
one of
talking about.
those
What
people-
Nipsey said. She
one
was
of
the
those
one that
people
was
that
pushing
you want
her
in your
friend.
corner.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good
no
stuff.
matter what you got going on, you know, everybody make mistakes, right? But you gotta have those people in your corner that's gonna be like, you know what, you fucked up, but you can still do this.
And you
Like,
said she was on Empire too, huh?
Yeah, she played Frida Gatz. She was like this real, like hard, angry, rapper from the streets that it worked with, that it dealt with. I just want to say, it dealt with Lucius before, just because it's such a black ass name.
It is.
But she
anyway,
also got her own music outside of
Yeah.
acting.
Nah, and
and
she's
stuff.
actually she's a really good rapper.
She is.
Yeah,
She was a
she-
good rapper on Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a really good rapper. I don't know why she hasn't really even popped aboard and what she is, but you know what? It's the wave right now of like new talent and new rappers, female and otherwise.
And she might want
So-
to act.
She
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I mean,
And she's a very good actress.
just recently she put out I guess a cover, not really a cover, but she rapped to Nipsey Hussle's what is it called, middle she called it
Middle
Middle Child. Yeah.
That's
That's
Joe
Joe
No,
Song.
but she called it Middle Child, but it was to Racks in the Middle. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
called it Middle Child, but she rapped to Nipsey Hussle's beat to Racks in the Middle.
Okay.
And that went hard. I like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And she dedicated it to him or whatnot. So
Yeah, that's good stuff.
she doing big things, man.
No, shout out to Breezy, and I look forward to seeing more from her. I'm gonna check out All American because y'all been telling me about it, so I look forward to seeing her acting in that too.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
shout
good
out
things
to the
about
very
that, too.
beautiful Breezy. All right, that's our Dime of the Week for this week. And next we're gonna move over into one of our favorite segments of the show, which is One's Gotta Go. One's Gotta Go.
I was late.
I thought
This
Chris was
was-
doing it a little bit.
This week on One's Gotta Go, y'all, we have three ladies
Merengue.
that have been out here like bossed up, they all are kind of and they all are involved, definitely in the same industry, but these are three boss women, you know what I mean? We did that just
And this
kinda
category
in
is-
this category because of Jazzy being here today, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
baby.
These are
Show
all-
company, baby.
These are all some bosses, but one of these bosses has to go. Now, usually we 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you the okay. So we have Issa Rae, Ava DuVernay, or Lena Waithe. Okay, now do you want to do like
Okay,
a
I was
one?
gonna say, is that a because it's easy?
I didn't
Because
know that. It was like, oh, I know who I'm getting
Do you
rid
want
of.
to
I was kinda
do
I know who
confused?
wasn't
I'm
gonna
need
get
some
rid of his
information. I'm gonna need some
everything.
information on some of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some information.
Well,
Do
Issa
that,
Rae
do that.
is insecure. She did that.
Aqua Black Girl. She's in Little. Issa Rae just Insecure is like one of the most popular shows on.
That was revolutionary.
It really
Yeah.
was.
Because
And
that was
for-
like who black people are. Like it
Yeah.
was so true to like black relationships.
and that web series was just like
Right.
she did everything on it, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did everything on
And that shit
it.
was addicting. I remember we'd be
No.
at work like, bruh, let's get to 7 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
It
come
was
on, guys.
funny. Have you ever seen it?
Dang.
I can hate you,
The
mom.
midst of
You
it,
fucking
right.
whore.
I can't wait for I hope Dad leaves your whore ass. Anyway,
So
all right.
I
So
think
that's Issa Rae. Lena Waithe is the creator of The Shy. She won an Emmy for being in Master of None. That's the Aziz Ansari
Yeah, that's
show
my
on
show
Netflix.
right there.
She was the first black woman to win that. So she does a lot to move the culture forward with LGBT rights, and she's the activist for that, for black people and just
She's
overall adult
hilarious,
creatives.
too.
Yeah.
Also acts too. She acts.
She
too.
acts also, yeah. So, and then Ava DuVernay, you know, she's a director. She directed A Wrinkle in Time. She directs, what's that show, Queen Sugar on the OWN network. She
She did
directs
the one
music
about the Central Park
videos.
5, the one.
She's
Yeah.
doing,
Movie
yeah,
is
when
on.
I,
Just talked about, yeah.
When They See Us. You know, she did the Family Affair video with
13th.
with
Yeah,
she did do the
yeah,
13th.
I forgot about
yeah.
that.
She did do 13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did the 13th.
And
So
she's an
she,
AKA, so.
yeah, she's been doing a lot of.
She's not
okay,
leaving.
we'll give it to her.
She's been doing a lot of dope stuff, so that's kind of what everybody's contributed to. Lena and Issa are definitely like a little bit younger than Miss DuVernay, but they're also like, you know, they out there putting in.
But they also been in the game around the same amount of time. Like, I think Ava DuVernay, she just started like not too long ago, and she just kind of like took off real quick.
This is not easy at all,
Not
actually.
easy. It's actually the hardest one I think I've ever heard on the show. So.
Really?
This is
Really?
hard.
I
You
had
think so?
somebody
They're
in
all-
mind
they're
when we
all so
first brought this
good.
up, but I think I changed my mind.
Damn, that's a good silence we got going too.
That
It's very,
is.
it's good.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Y'all want me to go first? I'm gonna just get it out the way.
Yeah.
It
All
ain't
right.
gonna help.
I'm gonna get rid of Issa Rae.
Whoa, I wasn't
Okay,
expecting that.
now
nigga.
do you want to not?
Whoa.
You love it. You love that show, bro.
Yeah, I know. Insecure is like, I think the show that has the most representation for black people that's probably ever been made. But I just think she has that, and I think that's kind of like, but as far as like the impact, I think that's the most impactful thing she's done, and that's good. But I think the other people have had more like impact.
Just on their content and what
Yeah.
they're putting
Dang,
out.
okay, I
Yeah.
have to agree.
I have to actually agree. I
That's
hear what
actually
you're saying
really
on
good.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good reason.
Yeah.
Insecure does have a really big impact and representation, especially for black people in our age group.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
what it is too. That's what you
Yeah.
don't want to.
It's personal.
But that's
It's
what I mean.
personal. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you don't want to give up though, because sometimes in media we do only get to see. We don't. Us in this room, we don't get to see ourselves represented. And you either
Right.
doing horrible or you up here flossing in a yacht. We
Right.
don't get to
Right.
just see the
It's
people
not
that
the
just
middle
got.
ground.
Yeah, we don't get to see
Yeah.
the people that just got good friendships, good
Right.
friendship
Right.
circles. Everybody got a regular career, but
Right.
nobody asking for handouts or anything like
Right.
that. So
Making it.
that representation is very, very important. That people see that that's a real thing too.
Yeah.
That's our reality.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you, but I still, it's a little hole, which just
Yeah.
makes it harder for, I
Right.
still
I
didn't help my own
really
choice.
don't know. I really don't know.
I thought I had one, but
I
then
thought I had one
once he
too,
threw
but
that,
That was good.
Damn.
That was good logic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good
He
logic.
threw a
on that.
monkey
It's
wrench
the only
in
logic
the
we have right now.
Yeah.
We have nothing, okay? And I done talked myself out of that shit too, because I ain't ready to let go of Issa, okay?
Right.
And I talked it right back in. Y'all black as hell.
This one is hard.
This is really tough.
Who gonna go next? Cause I ain't ready.
You ready, Jen?
No, I was ready, but
Dude, Ava, and I just need
Okay.
to say, A Wrinkle in Time to me had so many freaking, because of course we had to read the book. All of us have heard the book. What's the name say he never read it? But like to me,
Why you looking
that
at me?
you said you never read it.
I
You the only
know,
one said
but
you never read
damn.
it. Okay, I just want.
well, you ain't ready.
Right.
I ain't ready either, hard. Don't feel bad,
Read
bro.
shit, they don't want to look at you.
I ain't ready either.
That's your homework.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
damn,
the
I
way
read those books.
the way that she portrayed that little girl, I feel like was every level of what a black woman goes through. You're worried about things, but you're expected to have everything together.
Yeah.
Even if you're upset
Yeah.
about things, you're expected just to pull it together. Like she literally was representing how you have to let things go to find the essence of your happiness, and she did it in that little girl. She did it in that weird little awkward girl. Like I, and I'm not no crier. Like I left that movie like kind of messed
That
up.
was good.
Like didn't nobody want to hear my theories on it, but I'm like nigga, she
still
done did
ain't
some
seen
shit
the
with
movie.
this. I'm telling y'all right now, okay? Watch it again.
G, you seen
Run it back.
Nah, I haven't.
And you ain't gonna see it that way.
Yeah,
But it's on,
I can see
it's
it
on
right now.
Netflix.
I never heard of it like
Oh,
that's
wow.
real.
It
'cause
was visually. It was.
She
it was
took
crazy
that
to look at, too.
responsibility.
Yeah,
Good
she
for
did.
her. She
and
had
it's
to.
No, it was good. The Ring Time. I mean, it was definitely like a kids movie.
Yeah.
But it's not like the cookie cutter like Disney
Yeah.
movie neither. Like it's real different. You know what I mean?
had a Sade song in it too, good.
Which one?
created one for it.
The Soul?
No, I know you're talking. We talked about it on this show.
We have.
before.
We've talked about it several times.
Flower
Flower of the Universe.
of the Universe. Yeah. All right. So okay. I
Nobody
guess
chose yet.
I was
Boy,
going.
this
To,
segment taking long. Y'all round.
I was going to get rid of. I was going to at first get rid of Lena Waithe.
Yeah.
See, I was
That's
too.
how I was.
Yeah.
Only
was
because
too.
And
I
I
don't
didn't-
know as much.
I don't know as much. I don't know as much about Lena Waithe, although I'm watching her though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've
Gonna
seen.
get rid of
No,
And
she
but-
definitely like.
But she's moving the culture forward. I've seen
is.
more of her like socially than I've seen like a whole lot of her work, but I have seen Master of None, and I did enjoy her on there. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed her as the friend, and I enjoyed the writing that she did.
That's what I was about to say.
And I have watched a couple episodes of The Shop, but I haven't finished it.
Her writing is very good. And like The Chi is a really good show too. You know what I'm saying? I really like The Chi, but it's just like her as a creative. You know what I'm saying? And it's on top of that, like she uses her platform to push like we need black excellence. We need women empowerment, and we also need LGBT equal rights. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like that she does all of that.
You know what I think it also might be, too, for me? Okay, so on one end, you got, first of all, it's all three of these women are, like, dumb creative, right? You know what I mean? But, okay, so, like, on the Ava side, I got, like, that more abstract creativity, like that different type of it's just a different type of vision, kind of the way she like does things. Yeah. And then with Issa Rae, you got comedy. So that's another reason why I was thinking like Lena Waithe. But I do still, like I said, I have watched The Chi. I just haven't finished The Chi, and I have watched her on Master of None. I think she's dope, and I've read about the other projects that she's working on. I look forward to it. But I still feel like I got to go with Lena just because I can't which I'm not proud of, but I'm ready. I got to get rid of Lena.
I just feel like I was going with
Lena
Waithe, but I got to go with Issa.
I think I'm going to go with Lena.
So we got 2 Lenas, 2 Issas, and Crystal the tiebreaker.
It's one of those two, though. It is one of those two.
So Ava wasn't going nowhere for nobody.
She wasn't.
And she just comes off so intelligent to me, too. I love her.
And I think she got she got so much range. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean to kind of
I think she got the most content, too. No?
Yeah,
like,
no, she
she's diverse.
Like, when you watch Queen Sugar, it's a gorgeous show. Like even if you're not looking at the visually, she's a genius. Like 13th, I was like, damn, I need to get into videography. No, she is like, it's just gorgeous. Like her eye is just beautiful.
Okay, thanks guys for a little more time.
Yeah, that time is.
Now. Inspired a little bit.
I guess.
The time is up.
I mean, I guess Lena just because I didn't know. I guess Lena just because I didn't know Issa longer.
Right. I feel like Issa just can't go.
Girl, she gonna kill me at lunch next week.
Right. East, calling up East.
That's the only thing I can think of is just that we just followed that build for so long. But like you said, the spread of Lena is like that's got to be exhausting. You got to show up for each one of them things. Yeah. And even in that position, you are expected. Like if you are in that position and you're not touching on everything you're supposed to be represented, there's going to be a group that's mad at you. Right. And she has not skipped a beat on that. Yeah. I go to defending them when I got to get rid of them because I'm like, don't hold this against me. It's just a game.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna have to post that. We're gonna have to post that poll on Instagram and Twitter and see which one y'all would get rid of. It's a difficult one though. You right.
Ava got mind control over Debo. Damn, girl. We feel your presence.
Yeah.
You good? You're here. Right. I didn't know how that was gonna work out.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna post that and see what everybody thinks. That really is a difficult one though.
Suge Knight of inspiration.
They all move the culture forward. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time for our last segment of the day. This one by Fast Jazz. You over here killing it, man.
It always goes too fast.
To my friend.
Yeah.
It is. It always goes too fast when family in the house.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, but it's our last segment of the day, which is Black, 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 Black.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
You need some Unity rings.
That's how you end it, just
Unity.
Right on.
All right.
Show you right.
Y'all, okay.
Come on, somebody.
Shit. This is really not good, y'all. Okay, so the headline for this Black, Black, Black today is a Louisiana middle school principal resigns after he was arrested at a D.C. strip club while on a school field trip. Okay? A Catholic school principal.
It ain't even that bad. He ain't doing a little light dip
lunch. Let me finish. A Catholic school principal.
We're going to let you finish, but it ain't
A Catholic school principal from Louisiana has resigned after he was arrested while visiting a Washington, D.C. strip club during a school field trip. Okay.
They took him on in for that. You gonna fire him for that?
According to the arrest report, officers were dispatched to Archibald's Gentlemen's Club regarding.
Shout out Archie's.
Regarding a complaint about an intoxicated man refusing to pay his bill. The principal is now facing charges of public intoxication and possession of an open container of alcohol. It wasn't immediately clear if he had attained any attorney or if one was appointed to him. But they reported that he has since resigned as interim principal, and interim principal will be appointed to the school.
First of all,
So this man was out on a school field trip and it's like, fuck these kids, and went to go look at some ass and titties.
that's
no,
exactly
not
what
only
he
that.
said.
Not only
He
that.
said,
fuck these damn
he
kids.
said, fuck the kids, fuck Archie. I ain't paying for shit. I'm
I'm
the
in this
principal.
bitch.
I'm the principal.
What he said, nigga, I'm the principal. I don't pay for
I
shit.
don't pay for shit.
Nigga.
I look at ass
I
for
mean,
free.
if you would have went in there and just threw a little 25, I wouldn't have held it against him.
No, I would. You on a school field
You ain't
trip.
got to go in there and try to get just lit with
Well,
it.
this
You
is
can get in
my
there
thing.
and
But he wouldn't have never
little
got
light
caught if he
drizzle.
wasn't trying to stiff
When
Archie.
did he go?
Right,
Was it like
right,
during the middle of
right.
the day? Was this after the
This
field
the middle
trip
of
was
the day.
over?
You know, this
No,
nigga told
because
the
I feel like
chaperones
he
he had to go
abandoned
to
the
the
kids.
bathroom and just went and
Right.
ran
Fuck
across
this
the
museum.
street.
Yeah.
He saw Archibald when the bus was pulling in. Was like,
why
hell yeah.
That nigga was like,
I don't
bet.
know why.
Girl,
that's
and
a
he
tough one.
planned it anyway. What damn principal go on a damn field trip? He like, ooh, there's a museum of Street Archibald. I'm gonna get
Right,
in.
I know that
Nigga,
museum
this my
about
spot. Nigga, this my spot right
Yeah,
here.
you know.
Now, this was
I done been to Archibald
Listen,
before, and they
Archie
treat you
got the
good in there.
hoes. Archie got some big booty
Yeah,
hoes.
got the hoes. Archie got all the hoes.
Yeah,
Archie had you in your ass watching pose. Listen,
With
we get a good view.
back.
I mean, so
Like,
he
Archie,
was
you get a
little
2
wrong.
for 1 day.
Okay,
Yeah.
do y'all not think, you don't think it's that black?
Yeah, I do think it's very black.
Okay.
very black.
It's very black.
I'll
But at
admit
the end
that.
of the day, you know, but at the end of the day, principals look at ass too.
Yeah, but you don't look at it on a school
But I
field
mean,
trip.
nigga, you
like,
at
this is not
work.
the, you at work.
Yeah, that's the black part.
Here's the
you
thing,
know?
y'all mistaken. He wouldn't have never got caught.
He wouldn't have got caught if he would
Well,
have.
he's
Okay,
took
first
paid.
of all, listen. Not only did he leave the field trip to go to the strip club, he also then consumed alcohol and then became belligerent.
Well, if he can't handle his liquor, that's another thing. You can have 1 or 2 drinks.
No,
Shit,
you
if
can't. You
handle
can't do these things when you with the kids.
That mean he
He
was
wasn't
there.
with the kids.
The field trip
He
had
was
to
on the
be.
field trip
The
with
field trip had to be a long field trip for him to get,
Right.
get that.
It depends on how much he drink.
Well, he left the kids.
Unless they took the kids to Archibald's.
They
They
took the kids to
might
Archibald.
have.
The whole
that
thing
would be
was there.
crazy.
Maybe it was the Museum of Ass.
The ass and titties.
That was the
It's
second
big booty
part
That's
of
a
the
real
field trip.
That's a real AT&T stadium right there.
Right.
I hate
Second part of the field trip. That's what it
He
is.
said he was
He
on the
went to
bus
go-
talking about ass and titties.
Yeah,
ass and titties.
Oh,
and
y'all
titties.
wrong.
And big booty bitches. Big-
Don't do that. Don't look.
and big booty. The kid like, what?
And they was lit.
Getting the kids ready for
Right.
the field trip.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it picked up the field trip. We can't deny that.
Then one of them said, "Man, I hate Principal.
I know that
I
bus
hate
ride
Principal
was
John.
awkward
He
home.
always fucking up a good time."
Right.
Right.
They had to leave Archibald.
Did he get arrested? He didn't get arrested, right?
He did
No,
for
he got
drunkenness,
arrested.
though.
Yeah.
For being drunk, though, not for being at
Yeah.
a strip club.
Yeah. No, the strip club part is not,
Y'all think
And you
this
never know what
you
these
said
people
middle
be
school?
going to.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You know
So,
them
no, he
kids were trying to
definitely
sneak
take
in
them.
there.
Yeah, well, maybe not Archibald's. They was like,
They was
I'm,
trying to sneak in Archie.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn, see,
Bro, 13-year-old kids, they want to look at ass.
13.
No, that's
you
all.
know,
No,
14.
they do.
That's all they
All
want
they
to do.
Look at
need
that.
to survive.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Them niggas was
They
at
was
the door
taking something
peeking
with
in.
'em.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he took nobody.
Hell, at that time, I would have been trying to go to Archibald's with him.
You never know what these administrations be going through.
No,
You're right. No,
seriously.
yeah.
Education is hard.
was stressed.
nowadays.
They
No.
doing worse than Archibald.
Right.
It really, really
Better let
is.
him get in there and get a little peek, okay?
He just needed a little stress reliever
Yeah,
to get back to the field trip.
Right.
just
Is he
sneaking
shoot-
it.
Is he shot anybody? Is he doing it? Is he coming there stabbing? Is he slapped anybody's child? He in there
was
slapping
just-
ass.
He was sneaking it too
In
good.
the
That's all it
champagne
was.
room.
I tell you what made it. What he probably did was one of the kids was acting up. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna take him.
Right.
I'm gonna take him." And he took that kid with him. He said, "You know what? Thank you."
Right.
Right.
Right,
I
right.
need
wait right
this.
Have you ever heard of Archibald?
You want a
I
10-piece
needed
wing?
this.
Hey, let me tell you, them
He
wings
needed
gonna
They
be
got
on
all the
change.
wings you can eat.
Right.
All right, y'all. That is black for this week. God
That
bless
wasn't
this.
that black as usual.
It was. No, that was black as hell. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening this week. Jazzy, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Gisela McKeel, so that's JAZZELLA McKeel MCKEEL. And my website is the same, first and last name.
All right.
Gisela McKeel.
So y'all make sure y'all show love to Jazzy. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, it's been an honor having you here today. I can't wait to.
Always.
Yeah,
You better be back.
Yeah, I was about to say we gotta have you back.
Right.
All right, everybody, please send your letters to IAMW Podcast at gmail.com. Subscribe to us on the podcast app and on SoundCloud at IAMW Podcast. Leave us a rating and review on the podcast app and subscribe to us on Twitter and Instagram also. Thank you guys so very much for listening. This is D. Hayes.
Crystal was here.
Same OG.
And a King of Hearts.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you.